What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Team up, Crip Walk music. So guys, Trey Songz is back in the news again. And unfortunately, it's not about a hit album, nor is it about him doing something nice. It's about his preference. Now, as black men, I talk about it all the time. Your preference for who you want to date, marry, or be with is important. Why is it important? Because you're not supposed to have a preference, because you're a black man in America. The only people who are supposed to have a preference are black women. They get to make songs like I Don't Want No Scrubs and Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent. You got to have a J.O.B. if you want to be with me. And all of that is fine. And it's only a problem when the man they want don't want them. Now, guys, you know, we're used to getting rejected. Stop the show, especially you, because your breath stank. Can I get a ooh sound effect? Yeah, don't nobody want your broke ass. But we're used to being rejected. Women telling us no, not today, not tomorrow, never, February 31st. We get it, right? You don't want to be with us. But now the problem is, you know, when a guy has the ability to tell somebody no. And that's what Trey Songz allegedly did on this particular day. Now, to be fair to Trey Songz, he didn't interact with this lady. And that's very, very important. We're going to come back to that. His security interacted with this lady. And she was a dark-skinned lady that wanted to go see Trey Songz at a club in New Jersey. And the name of the club was called True Lounge in New Jersey. And she is a very attractive, dark-skinned black woman. Stop the show. I would definitely spend my food stamps on her. But I want to come back and let you hear what she had to say about her experience. And then we're going to come back and talk about it.
I feel like the world needs to know and immediately stop supporting Trey Songz. Now, outside of his other allegations, I'm going to say something that is not an allegation. I witnessed it firsthand. At True Lounge, I noticed that not all the women in his section were beautiful. Like, they weren't. But they were all one thing, and that's light complected. And I wondered to myself, well, maybe he just hasn't seen a pretty chocolate girl yet that, you know, he wants to let in his section. Maybe, surely Tremaine, you know, the man I grew up with having a crush on, surely Tremaine isn't opposed to having a chocolate girl in his section as long as she's beautiful, right? Fucking wrong. So as I make my way over to the section, hoping that me and my girlfriend can get in, I was greeted with security after letting, and I'm not even trying to put down women, but I'm going to say probably not the most attractive woman in the section simply because she was light skinned. I mean, I want to tell you, like, to beauty standards, she's not an attractive woman. She got let in the section. And I said, how did you let her in the section, but not me? He said because dark-skinned women are weak, and he said he don't want no weak-ass dark-skinned women in his section. He said he already has enough weak women in his section. Now, I cannot let any dark-skinned women in his section because you guys are not pretty enough, pretty much. And I was like, what the fuck? And the DJ, he was DJing in the club last night, literally had a whole speech. He was like, listen, you are a goddess. You don't let this get you down. You're beautiful. You're a goddess. But we're paying him, the DJ who was like DJing said, we're paying him $30,000 and we have to do what he says. So we gotta give him what he wants. And to me, black women are queens. You are a queen, but we can't let you in the section because he doesn't want dark-skinned women. That's the industry. That's industry shit. Like, no dark-skinned women. And I swear we've heard stories about celebrities doing this, but I never actually thought it was real. Like, I did, but I guess just like seeing it for myself, like solidified it in my mind that your favorite celebrity women won't let you next to them because you're weak.
So guys, I think that's very unfortunate for her. But again, this is Trey Songz' security. It was not Trey Songz who told her that. Trey Songz is not on record for saying, I don't want no dark-skinned black women there. It could have been the fact that the security was just saying that, or the security was just, being rude. That could also be the case. Or it could be the case that she's lying. Probably not, because this happens quite often with entertainers. We know that's the case with Chris Brown. But the fact is, you're trying to impede on somebody's private section. He didn't want you in the section. You invited yourself over to the section. That's just like me wanting to invite myself into a business meeting that I'm not invited to. And because other people are walking over there, I feel like, well, I'm just as smart as them. I should be able to go over there also. That might be the case, but you are not invited. You're not owed a seat at the VIP where you can get free drinks and you can get free things and be around Trey Songz for free when he doesn't owe you that. He doesn't owe you anything. Just like you wouldn't owe him anything. Like you don't owe men, your phone number, or you don't owe anybody a date. You don't owe anybody sex. He doesn't owe you to be in the VIP, but because you like him and you're attracted to him and you want him, you've just found out what it's like to be rejected, and that makes you feel some kind of way. But I want to go to the last part of the video where I believe she said that some of the artists that you like, you will never even get to see them. And you know what? That's very true. We got to talk about that because that's very powerful. I don't think a lot of women really understood that most men that the average woman wants to get with, you can't even access those guys. That's the same thing that Kevin Samuels told the average at best chick. You can't even meet these guys. Where do you think you're going to meet them at? That's the problem. You're going to try to get over there to them and you just can't get to them. That's the same thing for rich guys. It's the same thing for very successful guys. There's a barrier of entry, and a lot of ladies don't like the fact that they're not allowed. And you being beautiful doesn't mean anything. You being sexy doesn't mean anything. Your friend being sexy doesn't mean anything. You're just not his type. And although that is rude and that is colorist, if all this is true, especially what happened from the security standpoint, it's his preference. Women all the time can tell a guy, I don't want no dude that's old or balding or dark skinned. I don't want no dude under 6 foot. I don't want no dude that makes under 100K. Those are your preferences. It's fine. We get it. It's only a problem when men have preferences. See, this is the issue that we're dealing with. Men having preferences is a fundamental issue, but it's just going to get worse. As more men get more money, more men get more education, more men start to do better in the economy, it's only going to, in my opinion, do more to either women are going to start competing or they're going to be, some of them going to be left behind. And secondarily, there was a DJ she mentioned in the story that said, you're a beautiful black queen. You shouldn't worry about that, but that's just, you paid him $30,000 to be here, but you're beautiful. My question is, why didn't you talk to him? Oh, because he wasn't Trey Songz. Seems like to me that was the perfect opportunity if you're a single woman that you should be dealing with somebody who likes you. See, we often spend too much time in our lives worrying about those who don't care about us. We give all of our energy, all of our time, everything to people who don't give a damn about us, and especially women. There's plenty of dudes that want to deal with you. There's plenty of men that want to be with you. There's plenty of guys that are successful that want a dark-skinned woman. There's plenty of men that are average that want a dark-skinned woman. You should go where you're wanted. I mean, black men do it all the time, right? There are women that black men know that they can't get in the black community and they just go to where they're wanted. You should do the same thing. There's plenty of men who will find you attractive. Stop the show. I'm one of them. Why don't you go there? But that's the problem. You don't want to go there. You want to force your way in to be accepted by somebody because you like them and the world revolves around you. But the world doesn't revolve around you. Nobody owes you anything because you're a pretty woman. I'm sorry. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.